Imagine this for a moment. You're standing across from a woman who seems completely out of your league. She's confident, composed, the kind of woman men go out of their way to impress, and yet there's something in her eyes. She's not brushing you off. She's not filing you away like the others. She's curious, not about what you do, not about what you drive, but about you in a way that even she can't explain. Now, here's the truth that most men never hear. Even the strongest, most independent women have hidden emotional triggers. Not because they're weak, but because they're human, just like you. And once you understand these invisible patterns, these soft spots in her emotional armor, you stop trying so hard. You stop performing, because attraction stops being a guessing game. It starts becoming something you naturally command. See, most guys try to win a woman over by showing their value. Money, looks, achievements. Love doesn't work like math. It doesn't add up, because love isn't logical. It's emotional, and emotions, they don't care about spreadsheets. They respond to energy, presence, mystery, boundaries, purpose. That's why some guys with average looks, average jobs, and no flashy lifestyle still draw women in without even trying, because they've learned something simple. You don't need to chase love to attract it. You just need to understand what truly moves people beneath the surface. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 5 hidden emotional weaknesses that most women will never admit, but once you know them, everything changes. You'll stop chasing, and she'll start leaning in. Let's begin. Let me ask you something. If you've ever wondered why some women seem endlessly drawn to men who are unpredictable, even if those men aren't the most stable or even the most respectful? Here's the truth we're rarely told. Women don't fall in love with logic. They fall in love with how you make them feel. It's not about your job, your car, or even your face in the mirror. It's about the emotional world you pull her into. Think about it. Why do romance novels, forbidden love stories, and mysterious characters captivate so many women? It's not because they're looking for chaos. It's because deep down, many crave emotional escapism, a break from the routine, a spark that makes them feel something bigger than everyday life. Most men, without knowing it, do the exact opposite. They play it safe. Predictable texts, predictable compliments, always available, always agreeable, and over time, she feels safe, but not alive. And that's exactly when the dreaded friend zone shows up. Because here's the secret. Women don't want just comfort. They want contrast. They want a man who's grounded and surprising. Someone who can make her laugh one moment and challenge her thinking the next. You don't need to become someone you're not, but you do need to stop being a mirror that only reflects what she wants to see. Invite her into your world, one that's textured, rich, even a little unpredictable. Tell stories that make her curious. Have opinions that don't just agree. Be present, but not always predictable. Because the moment you stop being the nice guy she expects, you become the emotional experience she didn't see coming in now. Can't stop thinking about. Let me tell you something. A lot of men learn the hard way. The fastest way to lose a woman's respect is to try too hard to please her. I know, it sounds counterintuitive. We've been taught that being nice, being available, being the good guy is the right path, okay? But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you make her the center of your world too soon, she starts to lose interest. Why? Because deep down, women are drawn to men who have something stronger anchoring them: purpose, direction, and boundaries. It's not that she wants you to be rude or cold. What she really wants is to feel your backbone. She wants to see that you respect your time, your standards. Kate, you're mission enough not to bend at every smile or tear. And here's where most guys miss it. When a woman cancels plans, tests your patience, or pushes your buttons, it's not always random. Sometimes it's unconscious, but it's still a test. She's not looking for perfection. She's looking for presence, for a man who doesn't flinch, doesn't fold, doesn't abandon himself just to keep her happy. Because the moment she realizes you won't trade your values for her validation, something shifts. She stops testing, starts respecting. Respect is the root of real attraction. It's deeper than chemistry. It's longer lasting than charm. So next time you feel tempted to overcommunicate, to apologize for who you are, or to change your plans just to win her over, pause. Ask yourself, am I trying to be liked? Or am I standing in my worth? Because women don't chase men who give them everything. They chase the ones who make them earn something real. And in a world full of men trying to be liked, the rarest man is the one who can be respected. Have you ever noticed how women talk about love like it's a story? Not a checklist, not a contract, a story. And every great story has uncertainty. It has twists, questions, emotional tension. The not knowing is what pulls you in. That's exactly how attraction works, too. When things become too predictable, when she knows exactly what you'll say, when you'll reply what you feel her mind stops chasing, her heart stops racing, the mystery disappears, okay? And with it, the emotional connection. It's not about playing games or being cold. It's about understanding one simple truth. A woman becomes emotionally invested when she doesn't have all the answers. She becomes curious. She starts thinking about you when you're not around. Okay, not because you said something clever, but because you left something unsaid. Now ask yourself, do you reply the second she texts? Do you share every thought, every feeling before she's earned your trust? Do you try so hard to be understood that you forget to leave space for her to wonder? The truth is, if she already knows she has you, she no longer feels the need to explore you. But if you leave a bit of room for mystery, for imagination, for emotional buildup, that's where the attraction deepens. It's like jazz. The silence between notes is just as important as the notes themselves. You don't need to be distant. You need to be unpredictable with presence. Let her earn your time. Let her wonder what's going on in your mind. Because the moment she stops being sure of where she stands with you, something powerful happens. She starts leaning in. She starts chasing. And suddenly, you're no longer just another guy, you're the story she can't stop reading. Here's something we rarely say out loud, but it's true. Women don't fantasize about following the man who follows them. They're drawn to the one who leads with quiet confidence. Think about the men you've seen who command respect, not just from women, but from everyone around them. They don't ask permission to be themselves. They don't seek constant approval. Okay, they know what they want, and they move toward it. It's not about being controlling, it's about being clear, and clarity is magnetic. Most guys think they're being polite or respectful when they ask, "What do you want to do tonight?" Here's the twist: that question, when overused, signals indecision. It sends the message, "I have no direction." You lead. Now, imagine instead saying, "We're going to try this place. I think you'll love it." It's still thoughtful, still considerate, but it's decisive. It says, "I've got this." And that's what she's drawn to. Not because she can't make decisions, she absolutely can, but because part of her wants to rest in your direction. It's to feel like you're not just drifting through life, but moving forward with purpose. That's why men with vision, mission, even a little fire in their eyes attract attention without saying a word. Women pay attention to how you carry yourself, how you make choices, how you handle disagreement. If you're always deferring, always trying to keep the peace, you slowly become forgettable. But when you stand firm in who you are, even if she disagrees, you stand out. It shows you have something deeper driving you, something unshakable. And when a woman senses that you have a path with or without her, she won't feel like she's being dragged into your life. She wants to be invited into it. That's not domination. That's leadership. And it's one of the rarest, most attractive traits a man can have. Let's get one thing straight. A woman doesn't want to become your entire world. She wants to be invited into a world that's already worth entering. Too many men, often with good intentions, make this quiet mistake. They meet a woman they care about, and slowly, without realizing it, they start revolving around her, canceling plans, putting passions on pause, making her the mission. At first, she might smile, she might even feel flattered. But over time, that admiration fades. Because when your entire life bends around one person, it loses its shape, it becomes smaller. And here's the paradox. The more you give up your world for her, the less interesting it becomes to her. What women find magnetic is, anyone finds magnetic is, a life already full. A man with direction, with fire, with something bigger calling him forward. Not because you're ignoring her, but because you're chasing something deeper than approval. Think about it. Why do women obsess over musicians, athletes, creators, entrepreneurs? Because those men are in motion. They're building something. They have gravity. You don't need to be famous. You don't need millions. You just need a mission and the courage to stay loyal to it even when love shows up. The truth is, she doesn't want to be the reason you exist. She wants to be proud to stand beside a man who already knows why he's here. So hold your vision. Don't abandon your goals just to win someone's attention. Let your life be so rich, so purpose-driven that she's inspired to join it, not consume it. Because when a man is complete without her, that's when she feels lucky to be with him. So here's the truth, brother. Once you understand these 5 hidden emotional triggers, once you stop guessing and start seeing the deeper patterns behind attraction, you'll realize something powerful. You don't need to chase. You don't need to prove. You don't need to beg for love that's meant to flow naturally. Because when you become the kind of man who knows himself, the man who leads with quiet strength, who holds his boundaries, who walks with purpose and presence, women feel it. It's not just women. The world begins to respond differently to you. You stop being the guy trying to earn someone else's validation, okay? And you start becoming the man people lean toward. Not because you demanded it, but because your energy makes them curious. Your life makes them want in. And here's what's wild. When you show up from that place, not out of lack, but from wholeness, attraction becomes effortless. She begins to reach out more. She starts to wonder what's on your mind. She respects your time, your presence, your silence. That's when everything flips. So, this video sparked something in you. It helped you see yourself with clearer eyes. Then, don't let it stop here. Subscribe to Stoic Guide and turn on notifications. Because every week, we drop deep insights on how to master emotional power, live with grounded purpose, and become the man you are meant to be. And I'll leave you with this. The strongest man in any room is the one who doesn't need to prove he belongs there. Stay sharp, stay centered, okay? And I'll see you in the next one.